We live in a deeply mediatized world. In contemporary society, the role of media has been described by the so-called media life concept, which looks at people as living in media rather than living with media. This broad theory can be used as a perspective through which we can better understand the media's ubiquitous influence, which reaches our most intimate personal aspects, for example, dating. This leads to the topic of dating apps, which are online forums where you can meet people based on their personality traits or their appearance. Dating apps are increasingly popular all over the world, but specifically Tinder, which according to Apple's App Store statistics is the third most downloaded app in the lifestyle section. This popularity stems from the well-known media logic that most dating apps use these days. Media logic explains the rules and the codes of how specific media are made and how it's used. So when Tinder uses the media logic of social media, it becomes easier for its users to use for it to gain more popularity. The way that dating apps are perceived in society can be explained through three main concepts.
The focus of our research was to apply the three outlooks for dating apps to the answers of our interviewees. The first of these three perspectives is Bauman's Look at Modernity, which specifies that technology has changed relations and they've become more fluid. He also advocates that using apps has led to more recreational use and commodification and almost gamification of dating. The next perspective would be Elizabeth and Ulrich Beck's, which emphasizes on the amount of options available and relates to their previous risk society theory, implying that risk of possible rejections, the dating app user isolates and starts to focus more on oneself. Lastly, Giddens supports pure relationships, stating that the existence of these unlimited options leads to the bonds that are created to be more pure, and it also considers the existence of different types of relationships such as polyamory.
Firstly, we asked our interviewees which dating applications they have used.
Hinge and Bumble.
Tinder and Hinge.
All of them, actually.
I use Tinder.
Tinder.
Our second question aims at understanding people's reasonings as to why they use dating applications. Is it to find something serious, to find something casual, or are they doing it just for fun?
Say something casual.
Casual stuff.
I'm trying to find true love.
For the fun of it right now.
We try to either prove Bauman's view on online relationships as recreational or Giddens' one seeing relationships like this as authentic. With our third question, we simply asked our participants if they think it's easier to find people to talk to on dating apps or offline.
Dating app, because like there's more people who is looking for the same.
No, in
Like
real
any
life.
type
In
of-
any case, in real life.
Real life.
If you go outside, yeah.
For sure, yeah. When you find someone on a dating app, you both know what's happening.
Well, I think to find people to talk to, it's easier on dating apps.
The structure of the apps do really provide like the medium for you to find a mate. But in my preference, I do think it's better to meet your mates in real life.
To dig deeper, we also asked our interviewees if they see dating apps as facilitators for discovering actual real love or not.
Like even if you meet the person online, you can just meet in person.
I have these friends that have been together for a few years now and they met on Tinder and they're the cutest people on the planet.
But I wouldn't say for a serious relationship. However, my cousin did get a relationship from Tinder and they are dating for like 3 years. So
The concept of dating apps does make it a bit less authentic and a bit set up, and it's a bit artificial in my opinion.
This question relates to the Guinness's before mentioned idea of pure relationship, but also the Bex's and Bauman's perception on online dating as kind of a distraction from real relationships. Our final question is about the big amounts of people that dating app users are exposed to and if our participants think that this is a good or a bad thing. The question relates to the Bex and Giddens idea of having too many choices on dating platforms.
I think it's a bad thing because I used it like a game.
To be a good thing then?
I guess, yeah.
I think it's a bad thing because then it's a bit about consumerism, right?
As a follow-up question, we asked our interviewees if they think that such a big choice influences their self-perception, as the Bex argues that because of the comparison with so many other people tend to focus on themselves and isolate themselves.
It's a self-validation game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit of validation.
For me, I haven't experienced that at all.
Overall, the answers provided by our participants show different opinions surrounding dating apps and their influence on relationships. In conclusion, we do not think any of the three models can be used to perfectly describe the role of online dating, as there cannot be one single common pattern of how people perceive dating. Individuals differ in their self-perceptions and how their own experiences have shaped their ideas of why others might be using dating apps. Nonetheless, further research could try to find a more neutral concept for online dating, representative of a general stance, since the three concepts seem to connotate an either very positive or very negative influence of dating on the process of finding a significant other. In addition, as different applications differ in their affordances, it would be interesting to delve deeper into the usage patterns of different apps and the user's perceptions, as we believe that the answers from the earlier mentioned questions could be influenced by specific dating platform.